It's the CalebDMTG show.
I think all chalices is better than a mix of chalice and engineered explosives. Engineered explosives is better against very specifically rhinos, and it's good against Death Shadow. But there's more cascade decks than just rhinos, right? So I'm gonna leave chalice there. So I'm gonna grab some chalices and caverns from mana traders. Shout out to mana traders. Helping me play all these eternal formats. Very useful card rental service. Really smooth. Love them a lot. Do I want to change anything about this sideboard before I lock this in? Oh, I'm gonna play some of that anti-land card. Fuck's that name of that thing? The one red. I think I want a couple of those. A card that's good against Saga. Yeah, I know, Cascadelli. I'm aware. Alpine Moon, that's the card, thank you. We'll play a couple of those. Tarfire is good against Plague Engineer, but I haven't seen Plague Engineer in a minute. I don't think we need it. I don't think we need the Tarfire. And I'm not sure what I was sideboarding Sting Scorcher for. So I'm gonna cut that too. Cool. Was it for Reanimator? It might have been for Reanimator. That's alright. Yeah, we don't need to burn the Plague Engineers. We could cut them. Not a ton of tribal decks in the format right now. Maybe play like a third Fatal Push for Death Shadow. What's a Tribal Instant good for? The Tribal Instant is tutorable with a Goblin Matron. And you can hit it off Ringleader. So that's the nice thing about Tarfire. We could add it back in. It is good against Ragavan. No, not a Coco deck. The issue with Coco is that it costs the same as Goblin Ringleader and Sling Gang, like all these like juicy things that we want to be doing. And Ringleader plays much better with like Vile and Matron, yeah, the whole deck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add that Tarfire back in. I do love me some Plague Engineers, but when I was playing this deck, there was like more for them to do. Should I play the fourth Leyline? I don't hate it. Updating the stream decker here. No Kiki Jiggy, only 2 of them. Only 2 for the Bogart combo. Yeah, boy, girl. Plays out more like an aggro deck than a combo deck. Probably plays out a lot worse. Mux is not a card that's legal in Modern. More burn. There's a few different things we can do with this Matron. I don't like getting Ringleader, because if you get Ringleader and they kill the Hierarch, then you're just spending next turn playing another Matron. Putrid Goblin is a good blocker, and it pairs well with the Skirk Prospector. Or you get Grumgully for a similar reason. What if I just tutor for Sling Gang? Like, instead of trying to set up a combo. Like, Munitions Expert, Snoop, Putrid Goblin. All of those cards make sense. But just grabbing Sling Gang might just be best, given the nature of the matchup we're facing here. Sling Gang doesn't really grind. It does gain some nice life. Grumgully on top, that's kind of hot. Grumgully threatening an infinite combo next turn with Matron for Putrid. Pulling a burn spell here is okay too. It's one less like answer to the Sling Gang. We just need the Sling Gang to bridge the gap between Goblin Matron Ringleaders and stuff. I think I'm just gonna like play Ringleader and pass the fucking turn. mean, munition's something, but I don't have to do it now. Well, this is scary. Might just not get to untap here. Oh, shit. Yeah, in my head I was thinking that they were gonna point a burn spell at the ringleader, and then I would sack the ringleader for a mana, fire off munitions on something. If I play the Sling Gang earlier, they do throw a burn spell at it, which potentially buys me a turn, and then I can gain like a little bit of life, but it's not like I can sack my whole board to the Sling Gang either. I was trying to get to a spot where I was like relatively even on board, and I can get it down to stabilize. Thought I was okay at 12 life. I thought wrong. Chalice is like kind of okay against burn. It's not great. I'm gonna add Tarfire and some Fatal Pushes, just some like early game removal for those early game threats. I'm gonna leave in all of the Snoops and Arbingers. I'm gonna shave one of some of the Grumgully parts, like -1 Grumgully, -1 Prospector. I think Putrid Goblin's a good enough blocker that it can stay in. Have I tried winning a match? Not in a long time, F3. Not in a very long time. It's been a minute. I don't know if I remember how. Could cut a Ringleader. Something that I kind of like about Ringleader over Matron in this matchup is if the opponent gets Eidolon down. Maybe I'll actually cut a Matron.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Atlas Little, thanks for the 47 months. This hand is fucking rancid. And it's like right on the loose side of keepable hands. Even if one of these lands was a removal spell, that'd be pretty nice. Some, you know, some. Hey Dookie, thanks for the 3 months. The Caleb D hype. Cool. What I put Leylines of the Void as Graveyard Hate? Because Leylines don't cost anything. Like tempo matters in this deck. The issue with Relic is that your opponent can get you to pop it. Relic's also really weak to Prismatic, the white removal spell that like Jeskai Reanimator runs. Jesus. Come on, anything. Possibly should have played out the munitions expert there. Just start attacking. Start is kind of vomit inducing. Have literally only drawn mana sources. I did keep a mana heavy hand, but there's a lot to having an Aether Vial in the opener. Aether Vial on turn 1. Especially against an Eidolon deck, right? Yeah, exactly, Pycon team. Yeah, like, I'm not bringing in ley lines versus, like, the Lurrus opponents or whatever. One of the issues with playing out Munitions Expert here is that, like, the Expert helps me beat, like, some of the few cards that I can actually beat right now. I don't know whether to take this up to 4 or not. Perfect. And I think we just have this turn. Boros Charm into anything. Oh, we're cracking a canyon. Ooh, we got a shot then. No, I tested Pyre of Heroes, but I didn't like it. I found that when the Goblin deck is working, usually you've got like this infinite gas from Goblin Ringleader and Goblin Matron. So you don't actually need the Pyre of Heroes, like 4 mana to like upgrade one Goblin to a different Goblin isn't like actually a useful thing to be doing. And meanwhile, it gives you more potential like dead ones. If your opponent wants to answer your Aether Vial, then you might get Splash Hate with your Pyre of Heroes. And then it's not a Goblin, so you're not hitting it with Ringleader and the like. Oh man. Look at that fucking Goblin Guide hit. I'm so lucky. Alright. Y'all gotta admit, whether you agreed with my opening keep or not, y'all gotta admit I'm getting a little fucked. you gotta admit, there's a little bit of fuckery going on. Whether you're a Caleb D lover or a Caleb D hater, I think we all have to admit, there is some serious fuckery afoot with these draws. So this has become an uninstalling stream. It's where I show you all how to uninstall Magic the Gathering Online. It's a little bit different than my usual, a little different than my usual. Usually we play Magic the Gathering Online here at CalebDMTG. Might be time to switch things up. Jeepers, is this 5 losses in a row? My first league of the day wasn't exactly winning either, but I can't remember if I won or lost the last round. Momir Basic, you give me a shot? At least do something with those fucking lands in Momir. Was game 2 just flooding out? I mean, it was a lot of things, but but yeah, GG's Morriseth. I'm aware, DM. I'm talking about the league that was before that. I did not mistake the 0-4 league. Thank you for the reminder. But that was counted in my 5 losses in a row, believe it or not. Since you literally watched this loss, are you wondering? Are you thinking that I forgot where the other 4 losses came from? Just like, oh shit! Fuck. You're fine, no need to apologize. I did this to myself. I brought this upon myself here. Goblin, goblin, goblin. We'll get a nice, clean turn 3 kill here. Ancient Stirrings. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen this one in a while. Facing some hardened scales. Interesting. I like it. Plays well with trying to assemble artifacts, and then it's also just like a good one with scales too. How's all the winning going? You'll have to ask past Caleb about that. Some forgotten yesteryear. Good old nothing. Winning? That's a term I haven't heard in a very long time. future, Caleb? Oh, hopefully. Hopefully. The thing is, when you're losing, exactly, Krail. When you're losing, like, you get in your own head. And you're like, maybe all my other wins were flukes. Maybe I'll never win another match. Maybe my 12 years of playing competitive Magic professionally. All just one big fluke. And I'll never remember how to win again. Maybe the game has changed. Maybe I'm too old. Washed up. Oh yeah, win. God. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at Magic. Just fucking unreasonable, huh? Oh, this doesn't quite win. It's close, though. Ballista does break the combo. It prevents me from winning this turn. I think it is pass. Oh no, then the saga triggers. Oh, they're just scooping. Okay. Yeah, so at the end of the combo, the way that you kill is you then copy the Bogart Arbinger, and then that resets the top of your library to the Drain Goblin. So the opponent kills the Arbinger with Ballista here. Then I don't actually get to win this turn. But what I would do is I think I would just like pass with an untapped Snoop at the end of it. And if they're like not gonna scoop to me, making a bunch of Snoops. Or make them cash in the Ballista. Anyway. Yeah, Credit Maker seems dope. Trash Master seems fucking unbeatable. We'll put the Expert. Gonna play some Fatal Pushes. I don't know about Tarfire. I don't know about that card. Chalice on Zero is almost interesting. Thinking about cutting Red Cap. I'm gonna shave a Hierarch. Hierarch's a little bit awkward against Ballista. Let's play Alpine Moons. I think Tarfire's really bad, but I kind of want to play it anyway for the last Hierarch. One Hierarch's kind of random. Yeah, I've done that before, Mark Chalice. Made on the end of turn. I don't know what the odds are of him having main deck Needle. Yeah, it's a good point. Leyline does mess with modular shenanigans. Wouldn't be the worst. It's kind of a lot, though, huh? Kind of a lot sideboard-wise. They also play that Infect land that you might want to name with the Alpine Moon at some point. With this hand, though, like, we're going to be kind of tight on mana. Drawing the second Jiki was not ideal. If we hadn't drawn the Vial, I would have fired off Expert targeting Ballista. And if they ping the Expert with the trigger on the stack, it wouldn't, like, kill the Ballista, of course. Be trading with the counter. I'm kind of glad I drew the Vial. A little bit better. This reminds you of Death Heaven? Interesting. I guess if they both have a little bit of that, post feel about them. Post rock or post folk or post punk, whatever it is. Death Heaven was an interesting band to see live. I thought their lead guitarist was very impressive. Really like their there's very delicate solos in the middle of their stuff. And then their lead singer, it just kind of seemed like he was not part of the same band at all. just wildly different energy. Like, the lead singer kind of seemed like he should have been part of like some kind of Euro band. Oh man, I think I'm fucked. I don't think this draw is working out. Well, even if I hit a third lane drop here, it doesn't really help me, right? We're just too far behind. Yeah, let's concede and hope next game's easier. I like that plan. Drawing the second Kiki was not a great feeling. You like Chalice? What are you putting Chalice on? Chalice on 2? God, we weren't even close to 4 mana last game. Yeah, I think if you're playing Chalice, you're playing it on 0 here, which doesn't even hit that much, I don't think. Ooh, do I just have a turn 3 win? Can I just win turn 3 on the play? Can they just have nothing for me? Just like play an Arcbound Ravager or some shit? Come on. Opponent. Opponent. Come on. I know you want to win, opponent, but just hear me out. Come on. Hang your back, Walker. We can beat that one. We can beat that fucking card. We can play this Starfire off the top. I win! I win the match! I won a match! I knew I could do it! I remembered how! Sometimes you just gotta fucking lose 6 matches in a row or something before you remember how to win again. We're like 4-8 on the night. Not my most losing stream ever, but my most losing stream for a long time. That's for sure. Maybe I can get a couple more W's here on the tail end, even it out a little bit. Even it out a little bit. Caleb won a match once, Durward. That's me. That's me. Sure. The old hope nothing bad happens to this Aether Vial. Draw. What decks have I played today? I played some the Nile Lands deck that I did last night's stream on. And that deck I don't think is bad, but we did run into some some bad matchups. We went like 2 and 3, and then we went 0 and 4 with Boggles. And that deck is like actively atrocious right now. There's certain metagames in Modern where Boggles has been like a really solid choice, I feel. But it's really bad right now. The fact that the Saga decks can just tutor for the that lifelink trample equipment that just like randomly turns off hexproof. That's like kind of bad. Kind of not great. Yeah, Shadow Spear, that's the one. Engineered Explosives is whatever. Like, you've always had that card. That card's always kind of been a part of Modern to varying degrees. Even though we got this vial here, I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Drawing some more stuff. I might cast Ignoble. I kind of don't want to play the Snoop. The Snoop gives me a chance for a win next turn, but also exposes it to like random removal. I think I'm just gonna like either Goblin or Ignoble. Future Goblin or Ignoble. Yeah, let's just Ignoble. Yeah, Dress Down was an issue, for sure as a fuzz, for sure. Metallic Rebuke, awesome. Really glad I didn't jam Snoop there. Toad Brews says that if having boobs makes you a mammal, then Arachi and Nagas are mammals. Maybe they are. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something different. Something we don't have a word for. Like mammalizard, mammizard. I mean, mammal and mammaries both have the mam in them. Oh, they might have another metallic rebuke. Kinda looks like that's what they're repping here. I'd like to play Snoop and then play the Putrid Goblin if there's nothing on top, but I think if the Esper Sentinel's not attacking, it's kind of telegraphing another one of these, right? We could bait it out with Matron. I kind of just want to play the Putrid Goblin. It's not like great or anything, but... Oh, what about the platypus? A platypus lays eggs like a snake or a bird, so it can't be a mammal. Plus, they look like way too goofy. Ooh, Academy Ruins, rebuying Mishra's Bauble, the perfect draw engine. Echidnas lay eggs? Echidna? The fuck is a... what? You're making up words. Oh, this is a thing. It looks like a little hedgehog. They're fucking adorable. Look at this. We have a win here. Goblin Matron just goes and gets a drain thingy at the end. We have Infinite Man with the Prospector. This combo is so much more pleasant when Moto's not lagging. I've definitely had games where Moto was lagging out a bit. Looks like plenty, hum.
We have no plan. We have no hope.
I win! I win the game! I feel like the whole game came down to baiting with Putrid Goblin that one turn. Baiting. Enchiladas have 4-tipped penises? What is chat on about? This has to be a Saga deck, right? I should bring in the Moon. Maybe not. I'll bet one Alpine Moon. Oh yeah, Ambercleaved. Love me some Jund Goblins. The combo with Snoop? The combo with Snoop is, you need to have a Kiki Jiki on top of your deck, and then you can go infinite. So that's why we're playing the black 3-mana 2/1 Goblin. Because it specifically tutors a Goblin to the top of your library. It gives us a potential turn 3 kill. Which is not bad for modern Goblins. Oh, come on, Alpine Moon. I want Alpine Moon even more than I want to land right now. I want to land pretty bad. But I'd rather destroy their land, you know? Which creature in Magic do you think has the most fearsome penis? It's probably an Eldrazi. I mean, it probably depends on what you're afraid of, right? Nightmare's gotta be terrifying. It's literally called Nightmare. Fibblethip? No, no. Fibblethip's fucking adorable. How dare you? So we could run out Crater Maker here as a way to, like, preempt, like, a Needle from the Saga or something. Playing the second Snoop gets around the Snoop Summoning Sickness. Whatever, though. It seems feels a little bit more important. It might not actually end up being more important, but it feels more important. Hell yeah, Forest Fonk. You randomly came across this stream through Doomwake somehow? You have excellent taste. Doomwake's a bit of a regular here. I like his stream a lot too. It's dope shit. Him and Spike are doing real cool things in the daytime modern streams. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Garbajack. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 53 months there. Neat. Relieve a little bit of pressure here. Yeah, I can also fluctuate on that too sometimes, Forrest. Sometimes I'm not really doing the best job explaining my lines. A lot of it kind of depends on my mood and the type of deck I'm playing. Here I feel like my lines were like pretty self-explanatory. It would have been cool if there's like a clean line for Creator Maker to blow up the needle. I feel like if we had a third mana source, right? If we had a third land, then it becomes a lot easier to go for that. But meanwhile, we're like getting beaten down by fucking construct tokens. And this line set me up with the Trash Master to just like relieve all that pressure and answer the needle to go for the combo kill if I want to, but I might just win with beatdowns here. Something that's really helpful as a streamer is when we get in that that headspace where we're like not doing the best job explaining things. Sometimes people ask us and then like jogs us. We can go back through and share the logic, share the reasoning. I'm gonna set a stop here on my upkeep so I can flash in the expert before my draw step. Give me another chance at having a land draw for the turn. I mean those lands now, I'm just gonna take 5 here. I almost feel like they should have Spellbomb bounced the Hierarch here. So they're doing the mana denial plan by denying me the Vial. Ooh, we get to draw that land. That's so good. Maybe they have the counter for the Expert. That would do it too. So Needle turns off Snoop, except right now Snoop's a mana ability from the Prospector. So that's neat. I guess we should attack first, Tom. Maybe I should have looked for a win. There might have been one. 3 mana for Creator Maker sack. I've had to sack like this to turn off Needle. And then I could sack Matron and Snoop and tap for Bogart and go get Kiki. Yeah, I think there was a win there. I didn't quite see it in time. I was all excited about playing my expert. Yeah, next turn we're gonna just play Trash Master. Lock it up.
Strange waves. Resembling, but still not radar waves, have been bouncing off the Earth.
Coming from someplace outside, like the moon or Mars, for instance?
Originating on some sphere outside. Not the moon or Mars, any known planet.
Where does this planet X fit in? What's it rushing towards?
Here.
You mean it's likely to collide with us?
That's such a good sign when Urza Saga's getting a Mishra's Bauble. Just the best sign. Hey, Nocturnal, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing that Prime. We do indeed have the full combo, yeah. Hey, the Elite Troll, thanks for the 26 months.
Come as close to our world as this one is expected to in the next 3 weeks, if our calculations are correct.
Think something will happen?
I wish I knew.
With a little bit of damage to spare here, too, because if they were at a little bit more life, we could sack to the Trash Master to kill Neil, turn on Snoop, and get some points of drain in there as well. Yeah, I think I could have won a couple turns earlier if I'd done the math. I was just so excited. I was all excited. Get my land, do my stuff. I had lethal with my line 2 Pygonti. What's your point? What's your... Seems fine. Bit of a gap between the early game and the Kiki here. It'd be kind of fun to have like a value Kiki game. You get those every once in a while. We would lose 2 first round. We lost a burn.
Correct his deductions. This isolated island is that part of the world.
Had some pretty egregious flood in the second game, but like
Fingers run down my spine.
then we would have just gone to game 3 and we would have been on the draw. Been a little unfavored anyway. We did win last round, yeah. Dark Blast on my Goblin. So the reason to Dark Blast there is just to get some dredge going. Interesting. Makes this ignoble look a lot worse, huh? You have to gain 3 life for the Silver Smoke Ghoul. Oh, but Creeping Chill's gonna do that. I'm kind of glad I've got fucking ley lines on the board as opposed to literally anything else here. I don't think we're gonna win this game unless we draw extremely well. Been a while since I've seen a Conflagrate. I bet this deck's good. I bet Dredge is good right now. Yeah, I think we would have needed like ringleader or matron. And we didn't get there. I'm just gonna scoop. Yeah, ringleader or matron, just tutor for Snoop. Violent Snoop at their end of turn so they can't conflagrate it and hope to like sack into a win. See if these ley lines do something. Some.
This is not visible to the naked eye.
Do I want there's other stuff? I don't think so. I think it's just ley lines. I'm gonna do my usual sideboarding. I'm gonna shave a munitions expert this time. And a red cap. Yeah. Future's not the worst chumper. Alright, I'll cut a Goblin. Top deck Snoop and Arbinger. I wouldn't be able to do that next turn. Because the Snoop would have Summoning Sickness. That's one of the reasons I keep the Goblin combo around. Just because sometimes you're in the late game and you have a pile of mana and you top deck Goblin Matron or Ringleader or whatever and you like have all the resources. But the Snoop plus Arbinger plan takes a full turn because you need to be able to untap with a Snoop. Sometimes it's real nice to just be able to have an additional combo. Have a combo that doesn't care about Summoning Sickness. I did not know that, Wolf. Thanks for sharing. It's fun to learn. Mulligan aggressively? Yeah. My Leyline of the Void sideboard plan. I was planning on just keeping whatever the fuck hand I did. I was planning on just, you know, keeping 7 lands here. It's a good thing chat told me to mulligan aggressively for my graveyard hate against, against my dredge opponent. Chance we end up needing this. They could like answer the first one. We can actually cast it. Hey, Markle very lit thinks the sub thinks they're 3 months. It looks like they're blowing it up right now, in fact. Unfortunate. They did mull pretty low though. I'm looking for an answer to Leyline. So ideally they wouldn't also have an extremely explosive hand. Ideally we'd have a couple turns. No play, love that for them. And yeah, I'm gonna start fetching out black sources. You like mulliganing assertively? I like mulliganing passive aggressively. That's my favorite. Another's Nature's Claim. No, not my Vial. That card was so important to my plan. Did their second Leon show up just in time? It's pretty good. You're getting 2 silver smokes here. I'm not sure how beatable this is. Like, we can untap and play Leyline next turn, but the opponent's gonna have like kind of a decent board. And the Leyline does not get rid of their current graveyard. So you can bring that Ox back, right? We needed one more turn of brickage. They're still playing Conflagrate. I bet there's Loams in there. Is it Jazz? Or is it Jed? There's one Dark Blast taken care of. They still have another one in the graveyard, though. Still, this turn wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of surprised they didn't bring the Ox back. Mardu Dredge, no Loams. I mean, they have Nature's Claims, so they're certainly not just Mardu Dredge. There's a Spire Bluff Canal there. Looks like full 5-color mana-based Dredge right here. Nice. Can we get some good stuff? A little Snoop. Fuck. Usually holding on to the fetch would be better, so you can find more. I'm gonna fetch and there's gonna be a fucking land. I know it. Could wait, I guess. All right, awesome. I was gonna be so sad. That was a while though. Come on, Snoop. Fuck. I wonder if Grumgully's supposed to offer a trade. The good news is, if we don't find gas underneath this Bloodstained Mire, we can fetch and get a nice shuffle. And our odds of hitting gas next turn are really, really high. Red cap or Putrid's a win? Yeah, I think we boarded out the red cap, but Putrid would certainly get there. And more to the point, a Matron for Putrid would get there. But I guess Matron wins in a few different ways. There's only one Putrid in the deck, so that's not a likely hit. Oh, come on. Come on. The Silver Smoke blocker has prevented a lot of damage. So the good news is, with this Bloodstained Mire on the top, is that even if there's not gas underneath the Bloodstained Mire, our odds of finding some with the Snoop, because we get the shuffle, you know, really good chance. All right, Leyline down. Fucking 4-mana Prismatic Ending. The perfect answer to Leyline. Alright, come on, deck. This would be a good time. Find some kind of something. A little something there. A vial. I think I'll shovel that away. Get my last fetchable land. And find a Kiki Chiki. Well, that's a win. I think I'll win. Just like we drew it up. GG, well played all around. Yeah, thanks for the bits there, Prowl Pie. There was interaction. We played Leyline, they killed it. They held back blockers, we made little piddly shitty attacks. There's some interaction type stuff going on. They Dark Blasted all of our things. Yeah, Chalice the Void, not really a consideration here. Because if you played it on 1 to protect your Leyline of the Void from Nature's Claim, they've already had a chance to play their Nature's Claim, right? And we have a lot of 1s in here. What does this deck do? I'll play some Goblins. Play some Goblins. Hope that's good enough. And his hand's nutty. It's pretty good with the opponent on 4 cards, that's for sure. It's a little light on gas, right? So we have the turn 1 Vial, and we have the turn 0 Leyline, and those are both awesome. Now we're doing a lot better on gas. Now they do that Snoop. I might chill on the Snoop to try and get it into play off the Aether Vial on their end of turn. Play around Sorcery Speed removal. They've got some Sorcery Speed removal over there. Oh, never mind. Let's just play the second. Just kidding. You know all those, like, considerations that I was just listing off? Fuck them. Fuck those considerations. Now we got a spare. I should be able to vial that in. And we're unfortunately a black source short of hardcasting Leyline. The Skirk Prospector could get us more mana, but only red mana. We only have 1 black source in play. That's why I got the Blood Crypt earlier, off of the fetch instead of just a basic mountain. I'm gonna leave this vial on too. So this Verdant Catacombs on top of our library is a bit of a bummer, because we're not getting Snoop value here. But oh man, even if there's not a Goblin underneath, the Shuffle will surely give us some value. Assuming we don't want to play out this Leyline. Opponent's pretty close to being dead just from shit or beat down here. I win! I'm the winner! 3-1, not the worst. The Dredge mana base is wacky. Is it? I think it's fine. I think they've had like a very similar 5-color mana base for a long time. You'll note that I said 5-color mana base and not Mardu mana base, because those would be 2 different mana bases for 2 very different types of decks. Ah, yes. Yes. Just gonna take my victory stretch there. That's so extra. So unnecessary. What are you doing, Caleb? Used to be an 07 stream? Yeah, used to be an 07 stream. Let's see, we were 4-8 when we were 1-1 in this. So now we're 6-8. We're still negative. It is a lot closer to even, though. I do feel better. I do feel a bit better. Rough day, but not as rough as it could be. And I might cut out a bit early tonight because I gotta set up to record. Gotta move my computer upstairs so there's better lighting and stuff. Get these fucking cameras set up. I don't have to do all of that tonight, but I want to do some of that tonight. It seems reasonable. Got started a little bit early today. Not as early as I wanted to be. Ah, the Teden Tron land. Love it. Not everybody liked these lands. I really like Martin's use of texture. Out of all of the original Magic artists, I think he's grown on me the most. They do make a nice panorama. Yeah, you're not wrong. Drew Tucker grew on me a lot too. I wasn't always a Drew Tucker fan. And I've literally got Winds of Wrath on my wall. Although I was always a fan of that one, even when I was much younger. That was always my favorite piece of his. Excuse me. Yeah. Even if they played a Ballista here, we would still have a turn 3 kill. Ooh, value. We could play this off the top. The game has ended. Yeah, Ballista wouldn't stop us there because we could expert it before we play the Harbinger. Ooh, we got some Alpine Moons that I added at the last minute. Let's Crater Maker. And I kind of want to leave one expert in. Do something like this. Expert isn't amazing or anything, but every once in a while, you do want to, kill a Planeswalker. Oh, I probably want Trash Master. I want Trash Master because they've got 4-mana Karn. So I'll do the regular Shave a Grumgully thing. Yeah, Goblins did get a lot better when he got the access to a turn 3 kill. Deck's always been pretty good at like grinding with control decks, right? By playing a bunch of Vials and Caverns and Matrons and Ringleaders. But being able to like cheat, like combo cheese really quickly every once in a while added a ton to the deck. Yeah, best draw here would have been Alpine Moon. We didn't draw an Alpine Moon though. We could Grumgully. Grumgully doesn't exactly set us up for a win though. I think what I'm gonna do is play the Vial and play the Creative Maker. Well, if I play Creative Maker and they Karn downtick on it, it's a little awkward. But I do want to play the Vial anyway. Yeah, okay. If I had either a Persist card in hand or a Skirk Prospector, I'd be jamming the Grumgully. Because then we'd be really close to a Grumgully win. The Sling Gang can be the sack outlet once you have the Persist loop. Don't have a Rune Blaster? Yeah, I used to play Rune Blasters. Right now I've got Alpine Moons instead. Mostly because it's like much better against Saga, right? Tron experimented with Saga, but they don't really play at Lord of Depression. Ended up being a bad experiment. Beat the Wormcoil. I mean, we have a shit pile of ways of beating Wormcoil. I don't care about that nearly as much as I care about a lot of other things. So really what we're hoping for is something that like doesn't actually contribute to the board state, but kind of seems like it does. Like an Ensnaring Bridge or something. Hey Seth Bling, thanks for the 46 months. Thanks for sharing the Prime. Oh shit, what up indeed? How you been, Seth? How's life? You're back on your speedrunning shenanigans? That sounds about right. This turn doesn't actually help us very much. They like block ping, and then I use the mana to kill their Karn anyway, and we just ended up with me with 2 lands in a Vial. I was hoping I would draw a land here, so I could be like firing off Matron or getting the Grumgully into play. Probably play the Grumgully. Redundant Sling Gang, not where it's at. Popping my Vial, that's mean. Hateful Learn, thanks to the sub, thanks for sharing that Prime. No, I don't know what you're talking about, Fancy Fish. Hey, Tinker My Colossus, thanks to the sub, thanks to 18 months there. This is kind of the opposite issue of the that first round that we dropped, Tom. Hey, Library Witch K, thanks for the 29 months there. Yeah, the opener wasn't unreasonable. We had some like early game plays, some stuff. Then those early game plays got answered, and we never got that third land going. That's all right. Game 3, we're gonna be on the play. We mulling to 6 on the play. Gonna be I think this hand's keepable, but like only just. Keepable in a this beat's going to 5 sort of way. If you mulligan this, going to 5, then it's because you're looking for the turn 3 kill, like how we won game 1. But that's much less likely to happen in post-board games. Third land's a good sign. The reason it's less likely to happen is because the opponent's more likely to have removal spells for your early game plays, cards like Dismember and whatever. Meanwhile, this hand's kind of decent, right? We can just sack the Future Goblin to fire off Ringleader on 3. Have some reasonable pressure. Nice. They have Double Urza's Mind going. Buys us a little bit of time, maybe. How good would a Grumbelly be here? Just a natural. Now we have to lose the Future Goblin to get the Ringleader down. This is not going to happen. That's alright, though. Well, there's some Snoop cards. And I'm running the Snoop out because, again, Summoning Sickness really matters with that one. So playing it out here threatens to win next turn. That's the reason I was thinking there is, I was thinking if they did have Dismember to break up the combo, then I'd want to have the green mana open to play out the Hierarch from my hand. So I'd still be developing a little bit there. That's all that tank was. That's all I was doing. maybe unnecessary. Certainly felt like they didn't have it. Anyway, it did look like an F6, yeah. Sweet, a nice little 4-in-1. I think I'm gonna play a round or two of Momir Vig. Close out the evening. I believe we are done with the modern portion of the stream. We did get a nice full 3 leagues in though. Partially because Boggles plays out so damn fast. Real nice, real pleasant. I'll have some leagues to upload to YouTube. The YouTube folks won't feel too left out the next couple of days. Retitle the stream real quick. Do I have tips on learning how to sideboard? In general, yeah, a few random tips. In general, I prefer underboarding to overboarding when I'm learning out a new deck, when I'm learning the matchups and stuff. A lot of people will damage their deck by overboarding. Especially when you're playing a linear deck, where like the quality of the cards is dependent on like all of the other cards. So like Hammer Time has a bit of that. Burn, every time you cut a burn spell, your whole deck becomes worse, right? And every other Lava Spike, less likely to be able to kill the opponent in time. This deck is like working with like Goblin Matron and Ringleader, so like every non-Goblin you board in, the worse your deck gets. So I tend to underboard as opposed to overboard. And then it's just a matter of practice, figuring out what you need for each matchup, that sort of thing. Something that you can do when you're like really not sure what's good and what's bad in a matchup, but like you know you're bringing in some cards, right? So like if you're facing Dredge and you don't know what to cut because you haven't played Goblins before, but you know Leyline's good against that Dredge deck. Something that you can do is just like cut one each of a bunch of different cards, right? Like cut like one Armiger, one Putrid, one Munitions. And if you're shading one of each card, then you might be cutting the wrong cards, but you're not going to be damaging your deck to a point where it's unplayable. So that's something that that's another thing that you can do when you're just learning how to sideboard. A lot of times sideboarding is pretty point and click. You're like, all right, my opponent's playing Ballistas. I don't want Ignoble Hierarchs. All right, my opponent's playing a bunch of creatures. I'll bring my anti-creature stuff in. My opponent's playing a bunch of spells. I'll bring my anti-spell stuff in. That sort of stuff. Cut my removal. Anyway. Once you actually play the matchups, though, and you learn the deck and you know the matchups, it becomes a lot more rare that you're doing the shave one of each card thing, because you know what the bad cards are in the matchup for that deck. Once you've learned a bit. What was I doing? I was gonna play some Momir. Yeah, let's play a bit of that.